Hello YouTube, Comnag, I'm here, bringing you another Let's Build Lego. Today we're going to be building Lego Star Wars Clone Commander Cody, the cool buildable figures that remind me quite a lot of the bionicle guys. So I'm not going to be picking up the whole series, just a couple of the ones that I thought were cool. So I picked up Cody and I also picked up General Grievous. Build Cody first because Cody is actually kind of small, doesn't seem like it would be super complicated. I feel like I could build him in one video. General Grievous, on the other hand, is kind of complicated. I might have to span him across 2 videos, I don't know. That's why I want to build Cody first, so I can get a feel for how these guys go together. In that stead, I'm going to tear this guy open. Oh wow, so he's got one of these big bodies like the big toes have. Awesome. Okay. So, another thing I wanted to mention for this video, in addition to being a Let's Build video, where I'm going to, build this guy, I'm also going to do a brief, review of this model at the end of the video. So I'm going to stick an annotation, here-ish, for you to skip to the end of the video if you just want to see the review. However, if you'd like to see the build, you can just watch from this point onward. Alright, so first things first, open up the instructions. Alright, take his body, stick in 2 of these little pegs, like so. Big fan of these Star Wars sets, was following the whole thing when they were first coming up, because I thought they'd be kind of cool that they're effectively Star Wars themed bionicle figures, and I like that because of the fact that it basically meant I could mix and match parts between these guys and bionicles and make my own individual creations. However, when I learned that a majority of these pieces were not just stickered, but were like this, it gave me a whole new meaning, because I could get a bunch of these cool pieces and do fun things with them. That said, these are the only sets I've picked up so far. Depending upon how good these sets are, might change whether I pick up more of them or not. Body as such. But yeah, I'm a big Star Wars fan, so obviously Star Wars, Legos, Bionicle, all these things coming together. It's just, oh, no, not that one. This one. Okay. All those things coming together is very cool to me. So one of the cool things that this model comes with are these CBS pieces, or CCBS, Character Creature Building System. CCBS. These cool CCBS pieces, which are like shin guards, but I guess they could also be like lower arm guards, because they have a universal knee stroke elbow thing going on. You know what I'm getting at. They're cool pieces. Alright, so take this piece. Those in. Stick these guys through it. Oh, wait, no. That way. Okay. And pop that up on top. Alright. Perfect. Okay. Oh, cool. So, now we take two of these little guys and pop them up here on his shoulders. Like such. Yeah, and then I take... Oh, they're numbered? Oh, I didn't even know that. Well, now I do. These are 3, this is a 4. Huh. I had no idea. I wonder if they're numbered for the toas, too. I don't think I've ever seen those in the instructions for the toas, so... I always just kind of assumed they were like, yeah, they'll figure it out. But no, that's actually interesting. Alright. Oh. Huh. Okay. So these are like some kind of weird backpack piece, I guess. Pieces, we've got this thing. Okay. This is a very intricate kind of model. Whereas most of the bionicle figures just kind of have, you know, very basic things snapped together. These guys actually seem to have a decent amount of, like... Oh, whoops. There's a space right there. Whereas the bionicle sets kind of have more of a this part goes here, that part goes there, it's done feel to them. These sets are more intricate. Like, these little things are definitely more intricate than most of the things I've seen out of bionicle sets. I guess because they feel like they can go a little bit more rogue, as it were, with them. I'm going to take these, I'll stick it in and there. Okay, and then I run this whole thing straight through that. That's cool. So now it's got like a little like backpack dealy going on there. That's cool. Oh boy. Get them feet right. There we go. Still a little awkward. I'll sort them out later. Alright, so arms, very simple, just a traditional, you know, stick this thing there, stick that thing there. And, you know, pop one on each side. Oh, oops. Is that? No, what is this supposed to be? Yeah, okay. Good enough. Okay. Okay, and then we take 4s. These are 5s. Because this is a 4, this is a 4. So it's 4 arms. Use 4 pieces. Good. And then, okay. So these little like shoulder bubble things just clip right into those. It's one of the nice things I like about the CCBS. Like, a lot of people harp on it for being, you know, too simple, you know, specially molded parts, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? The fact that things are so interchangeable like that, where you can just make something very simple like this, and it works. Like, Lego has done a good job making, you know, sets in the past, and one little slip up once does not mean that the whole system is flawed. I mean, yeah, some of the early Hero Factory sets were very, very simple, very boring, very linear, if you will. They didn't really have anything at all going for them. And I'll agree with that. I think some of the early Hero Factory sets were absolute garbage. which I own several of them. I might actually just take them out one day, just to show them off on YouTube. So people can be like, oh god, those things really are awful. Because yes, I agree, they were not LEGO's best moment. But, since then, CCBS has come a long way. Some of these models are really intricate and really detailed. Like this Clone Commander Cody. Oh god. Get that hair there, alright, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, like, hate the system all you want. It doesn't mean the system is broken. It just means you don't like the system. That's fine. I personally love the system so far. Well, now. I love the system now so far. I haven't had any complaints at all about any of the newer CCBS stuff. I think it's smart. I think it's clever. I think LEGO has done a great job developing and marketing this new version of the system. And at this point, I can't see anything worse coming out of the system than the old Hero Factory things. Because honestly, that's just the worst they could possibly have made. So, I don't think they'll do it again. Okay. This is Rifle, which is really awesome, actually. Okay, I was afraid of this. I was kind of hoping that these pieces would be separate, like on the bionicle ones, where it's one bottom piece, one top piece, but this is all one piece, which isn't terrible. It's not great. It's not terrible. Okay, and then you just pop this headpiece right on there. Alright. And there is the LEGO Figure Builders Clone Commander Cody. Honestly, I personally really like this model. I think this system supports what they're doing. The use of CCBS is very good. It's cool that you can, you know, give him this rifle, and he can... not great posability for that, but if you get him like this, you can go the down on one knee pose, because, you know, this system is really good for that. You can, you know, have him do the typical commando pose like that. And that looks really cool. I might actually have him like that on my shelf or something. You can have him standing straight up with kind of a more casual thing where he just has the rifle up like that. Although this gives him more of a... You can kind of see the little skeletal structure of his arm a little bit more there, but you know what? I don't mind that. I like this model. I think this model's cool. So, it's built. I'm gonna do things I like, things I don't like. I'll let you guys decide whether or not you think you would buy this model or not, but my opinions. What I like. Posability. It is just as posable as any of the bionicle figures. I think it looks the part. That looks like, well, a mini version of the clones. I think they took one of those clone models, said, you know what, how do we make this bigger and look just the same? And they did it. That's what this is. This is the eventual evolution of the Lego franchise as far as making buildable action figures. So, I love the pieces that come with it. These are awesome, and if I ever decide to deconstruct him, I'm definitely going to use these things again. These are honestly the coolest pieces that come on these models. I hope I can pick up some more of them to get some more of these in different colors, because they're awesome. I like the printed pieces. I like the printing on the printed pieces. We'll go with that far. I think it gives him a little bit of distinguish, because if this was just white, it'd look very boring. If this was all just white, it would look very boring. I mean, obviously the helmet needs some kind of detailing on it too, but whatever. As far as the specific pieces that are made for him, the chest piece, the helmet, these little shoulder pads, I like them, but they're not great. So, things that I like. That's it. Things I don't like. This helmet. This helmet, while it is cool, is one solid lump of plastic. Say what you will about, you know, the bionicle figure's mask. Like, okay, it's a mask. You can put it on other things, stuff like that. Yeah, okay, whatever. You could do the same thing with this. But the problem is, there's no way to customize this head. This head will always look like this. At least with the bionicles, especially if you look at some of the, like, the skull figures, where they have, like, the extra little bits attached to the frame underneath, and then they have the little skull mask on them, you can get some variety out of those. This head will always look like this. There's nothing you can do about it as long as it has this head. You can take this head off, give it a different head, it'll always look like that. Same thing about the chest. This chest is boring. You can't do anything with it. I could not make another model with this. It is very specifically a clone chest piece. I couldn't do anything about it. It's going to be a clone chest piece. I can't fix that without, you know, taking it, painting it a different color, you know, completely remaking the model. These shoulder pads, I think they're cool. They fit the model very nicely. But because they're orange, they go real well with him, but I can't think of another model, at least not that I own, that would benefit from having these orange little shoulder patty pieces on them. Like, if I could find another model that these orange shoulder pads would go well with, I'd totally dig it, but I can't. I could probably, if I found... Actually, do they have a stormtrooper? Like, just a plain stormtrooper? I don't think they do. They don't. It kind of makes me sad. Because if they had just a plain stormtrooper, I could, hypothetically, take these orange pieces, take some cloth from the Obi-Wan Kenobi one, and make a sand trooper. But I can't. Because everything is set in stone, and they don't have a regular stormtrooper one. So, overall, this model is nice. I like it. Would I recommend it to anyone who buys bionicles that does not like LEGO Star Wars? For the pieces, no. This model was fairly expensive. I think this one cost me $22, which for the amount of pieces it has is not awful. It's not great, but it's not awful. But for the amount of pieces that can't be reused, such as these shoulder pieces, the head, the body, even the printing on this one, I mean, you may be able to find a use for that, but if you can find a use for that, you're more than likely to be able to find a use for these. I don't think it's worth it. If you're going to buy this model just for the pieces, and you're a LEGO Bionicle enthusiast, and you want to make your own creations or mocks, I wouldn't buy this model. Mostly because of the fact that so little of it is reusable. I wish more of this model were reusable. sadly, other than the skeletal structure, which you could literally walk to the store, buy any of the existing Toas, and get all these pieces. That said, it does have some uniqueness about it. If you really like the design of this rifle, like I do, like, I'm probably going to keep this rifle, even if I take this guy apart, I'm going to keep this rifle intact, because I like the way this rifle looks. I think it fits well. I might fiddle with this to make it more like a sniper rifle instead of just a traditional rifle, but otherwise, I wonder if I... makes the rifle look weird. I was thinking about changing the orientation of it to allow him to hold it from the side, but nope. Just looks weird like that. It's sad. This rifle's really nice. Really like that rifle. Well designed. But this model is cool. If you like Lego Star Wars, or if you like Star Wars, you don't even have to like Lego Star Wars. If you like Star Wars, and you've been looking at this model and thinking, hey, I like bionicle stuff. Not a lot, but I like Lego, and I like Star Wars, and I kind of want my own buildable action figure. Go for it. This model is amazing. I think if you're looking for a what's that, about a foot tall? Almost a foot tall. Somewhere between 9 and 10 inches. What if I straighten him completely? Straighten him out completely. Standing maximum height is probably 10 inches. A little less. A little less than 10 inches. So, he's about a 10-inch action figure for $22, and you can customize him with other action figures if you got them. You change the armor color and all that kind of stuff. Honestly, I'd say go for it. However, be warned. This model, as cool as it is, from unflattering angles, as in, you know, if his arms are out like this, or anything, certain parts can come off. He doesn't have great articulation. He has good articulation, but it is not by any means great. But, you know, things like that. You can see the underside of his arms. Turn him around, you can see the entire skeletal structure of his legs. So, if you were buying this model for display purposes, you'd want to have him forward, you'd want to have his arms in an orientation that you can't see the inside. So, this is probably the best pose if you care about, you know, being able to display him somewhere. Which, to me, is a little sad. I wish it was a little easier to display him in better orientations, but I mean, again, I'll probably end up displaying him something like this on the shelf, just to get the, you know, yeah, like that. Something like that. Mostly because I think that would look cool. So that gives him a nice, you know, low base to stand. Yeah, perfect. So, like, this model is not bad. It's just not great. That's my opinion of it, at least. I think they could do better, but, again, could also do worse. As is very clearly evident with the first series of Hero Factory. But, I like them. I'm going to keep them. At this point, there's no real option for me other than giving him to my nieces. But I like them. If you like them, get them. If you don't like them, don't get them. Simple as that. Anyway, hope you liked this video. I hope you liked my little extra review at the end. And thanks for watching. Until next time, this has been Common Agron. And I'll see you guys next time.